I represented a lady who was with her child, and they were driving down a rural residential, I mean, not a rural, but a residential roadway that's one lane in each direction. And they're coming into a curve. And as they're coming into a curve, two teenage boys who were both driving, interestingly enough, convertible Mustangs, were racing each other. And one was in her lane of traffic. The other was in the correct lane of traffic. And as they came into the curve, the one that was in her lane swerved to avoid hitting her and wound up fishtailing and caused the other vehicle to clip her car, which sent her off of the road into a ravine, into a ditch. She was severely injured. Her child, thankfully, was not as badly hurt, but nonetheless, there were injuries to the child as well. So in that claim, we had a case against both drivers. They were truly racing, which again opened the door to punitive damages. And the reason why we knew they were racing is because I had a witness who was sitting on her front porch.
Wow.
Who watched the boys prior to the wreck pull up side by side in the roadway, and a teenage girl got out of one of the cars and raised her hands like you see in the TV shows, the movies, and lowered her hands, and as she did, they revved their engines and they took off. And they were jockeying for position.
On your mark, get set, go.
Yeah, as they drove down the roadway, and as they went into the curve, this lady who was sitting on her front porch watched them enter the curve and then almost immediately heard the loud crash of the cars. Well, it piqued her interest for two reasons. One, her children were playing in the front yard, and she was scared that these kids were about to go flying by their house, which they did. But the second reason is she's an insurance agent. She sells insurance for a living, and she, of course, in her position working for an insurance company, was aware of the risk and what was about to happen, and was scared of what may happen as they entered that curve. Well, she was my star witness in the case because both of the kids blamed each other. One driver said, well, the other guy tried to cut me off. He was trying to pass me in a no passing zone. I'm minding my own business. And the other driver said, well, I was trying to pass because he was going 15, 20 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. And as I tried to pass, he accelerated to prevent me from getting back over, which led to us going into the curve. And that's what led to me having to cut him off. But my star witness that I had, who was also listed on the police report, came forward and said, no, that's not at all what happened. I watched them. I watched them line up. I watched them accelerate. Mm-hmm. I watched them peel out and drive fast by my house, and I watched them enter the curve side by side, and I saw that they were racing clearly.